Hello everyone, and welcome to the fourth in my current series of videos in which we'll be taking a closer look at an original British pressing of each Beatles album. Now, the subject of today's video is, of course, Beatles for Sale. However, before I move on to the video proper, I would like to give a very special shout out to Mark, and he is an excellent YouTuber and definitely a very good friend of mine on YouTube. He does some excellent videos, both about Beatles, vinyl, cassettes, various other topics, but he really does make some interesting stuff. He just uploaded a very interesting video where he talks about the question he has about the Beatles' Red and Blue albums, and I hadn't actually considered that before. So I've left a link to his channel in the description box. Definitely recommend subscribing to him and watching as many of his videos as you can, because they really are fantastic. Now, without further ado, let's address Beatles for Sale. Now, the good news is, in my opinion, when it comes to telling the first pressing of a Beatles album from a later pressing, this album is definitely the easiest. Allow me to explain why. Now, we'll begin with the mono, as ever. And the interesting thing is, there was only ever one version of mono Beatles for Sale released in the 1960s. And this is how it looks. It's got sold in the UK text. It's got the Parlophone Company Limited at the beginning of the perimeter text. It's got recording first published 1964 on the left-hand side. Now, the next mono copy didn't come out until 1981. And it does actually have the Revival yellow and black label, but it's very easy to distinguish from this one. It doesn't have the sold in the UK text, has very different perimeter text. It doesn't have the recording first published. And also, in the top right corner here, you would notice a small silver mono. So it's very, very easy to tell if you have an original mono pressing, because there really is only one 60s mono pressing. Now, as far as the stereo copy is concerned, it's still pretty straightforward, although there are multiple stereo pressings in the 60s, as you would expect. Now, the important thing to look out for is recording first published 1964 on the left here. Now, even slightly later pressings will have P 1964 rather than recording first published 1964, written out properly like this. And therefore, all you need to look for is that to identify that you have an original stereo pressing. It really is that straightforward. Alright, so that concludes today's video on Beatles for Sale. Next up, it'll be Help, so I hope you'll all come and join me for that discussion, and I hope you've enjoyed today's video. So, take care everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.